Yeah, no joke. I've been wanting to get back up to that Silverton town and go check it out one more again.
Preservation of capital is more important than making money. And you want to lock in your trade, you also want to protect your downsides at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's live futures education and trading broadcast. This is an outreach of American Dream Trading, which is founded by, run by, owned by, managed by, and even incorporated into a real corporation by Chad Christian. Glad you could be here today. We call him Coach. You hear us refer to him as Coach because he helps us navigate the muddy waters of everything investing, such as stock options, crypto, and my personal favorite and a focus of this program, futures. Glad to have you with us today. My name is Mark McSee. I'm one of the many training moderators here at American Dream Trading. Glad to have you here with us. And you know the routine. If this is your first time here, make sure you click subscribe, like, share, and thumbs up, all the things. Our goal over there on the TikToks today is 42,000. Let's get 42,000 today. Shouldn't be very hard at all. Start clicking them little hearts and them gifts on however you want to do it. Just as easy to click the hearts as anything else. And we have the time it takes to do it. Please share this out while you're at it. Make sure that we get the message out. Hey, Cherub, good to see you over there. And Balar over on the YouTubes. And we got Fast Snake. Hey, by the way, thank you, Fast Snake, for being there this morning while I was trying to resolve some of the issues. It didn't work out, but I'm going to play again tomorrow. They gave me some ideas I probably didn't look at, but I'm going to look tomorrow. If not, I'm still using this system, so it's okay. Nothing wrong with it either. All right, so appreciate all your help this morning and your feedback. So appreciate it. More than you'll ever know. Thanks for being up that early with us. Right. All right, let's see what we got going on here today. It was kind of a started off a little rough, but then it got in. We had some really nice runs ups and runs down and just runs in general. Did you have the runs today? Oh, I don't know. Let's look and see. ES did. Right. What else we got going on here? We got ES right now looking pretty good, but it started out a little choppy. went straight down and went up and then went come back down again. So right at the beginning of the day, it was a little bit rough. But then we got a nice big pull down and everything was just going straight down. It was a beautiful thing. Accounts were changed, lives were changed. Babies got new muff money to get new diapers and new formula. And the teenagers all got new Ferraris. It was just a glorious pull down, break and hold the 9 all the way down, some chopping around. Another nice, just beautiful EWO type territory. You could have ran these up and down, and we went back up. Nice roller coaster ride up, just like you'd like to see, enough to keep it interested. And as you can see, you know, we started out up here. It's getting about 50 or over 50% of it back after the initial pull. Now we're getting a little resistance here over at the 200. We want to see a break and hold. We're back into this trap between the 200 and VWAP. However, we can trade that. We can trade that all day long, you know, as far as that goes. You know, we don't have any trouble with that. I'm going to turn this on here. I will be paper trading here. I don't know if I need to reset my count. I was demoing things today live for our paid members. We had some pretty deep dive, in-depth discussions today. It was very interesting. I always learn when people ask questions myself, right? Hey, look, Callie's over there on the YouTubes. Wow. Thanks, Callie. Right. Fast Snakes on a daily drive to Kentucky. There you go. Not too far away from me. I'm a little bit north of you. All right, let's look and see here. OH. All right. Oh, there we go. So what I'm looking for here is a break and hold above the 200. We do have a little bit of micro top here, right here about where that wick's at. Next candle might have a struggle. But if it doesn't, I'll jump in here briefly, snag a couple bucks, maybe write it up to VWAP, that yellow line up above. VWAP's the volume weighted average price. But it has to break and hold above the 200. Right now, it doesn't really want to do that. See, by my chart, I've got to be patient and wait for the break and hold above that 838 area, 838 and a half. Or, yeah, 680, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm just saying the last digits. 838 and a half.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Right now, it wants to pull back down to the 32s. So we'll wait and see what happens. Oh, look at that. Right down we go. It wants to come back down here, back down to this channel, back down to the 55. There's 34s. It wants to come back down to the 32. So it actually wants to pull back. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Now, if it can break and hold black below this channel, I might be interested in a down play, right? Right now, no. I want to see this break and hold below. Right now, my L2 is not giving me an indication that it really wants to pull hard down. It's just right about here is where most of the orders are laying. It's right where this area right here where the wick's at. But we'll wait and see what happens here. By the way, this show is your show, so if you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those into your social media chat boxes down there, and we'll try to do our best to answer your questions live as time allows. Here it comes again, another attempt to break and hold above this line. Again, I want to see it break and hold above. What I mean by that, I want to see one candle with it starting on the breakthrough, and the next candle just start on the shoulder of that candle. That's just a sign of strength. If you can do that, like this candle, right? This candle didn't really start, so it was weak. This one didn't start, it was weak, even though it did finally go up. So I want to sit here and watch this and see. I am on a 1 minute chart. This is the S&P 500 ES E-mini. Comments, questions?
It's such a big difference jumping between, not jumping between, but like I'll look at, like I just got back in and I turned it on. Your ES chart, coaches in, you got a downtrend on the 1 minute.
Yep.
If you go up just 1 minute to the 2 minute, it's a slight uptrend.
Correct.
That's that's just so different.
Well, it's measuring a different time frame, right? So, and if you put it
Right.
on a 1 hour or a 1 day, it's probably going straight up.
Yeah, but that's a lot of minutes versus 1 minute. If you follow
Correct.
what I'm saying, like that
Yep.
1 minute is such a drastic change.
Yes, sir. It's all time based. And if you're putting it on a 1 hour, you might be doing a swing trade. So you want to evaluate it differently, right? Here, this one here, starting on the shoulder. Guess where I'm playing this, trying to play this up to? I'm trying to play it up to the VWAP, which is my yellow up here, right? But if it hesitates, I'll get out. I'm up 5,600, I'm up 6,000 on this trade. Do I have any impediments to progress? Yeah, I got this little here pre-market load number, which it might slow down. I might even take my profit right there before it even gets to VWAP. If it would happen to go up here to that yellow line, which is VWAP, and break on through, then I can re-enter. So right there, 6 or 7, 6,700. I'm going up this little red line here. If you can see that for those of you playing at home, I'm going to see if it'll get there. I'll wait a second to see if it wants to pause or break through that pre-market low. Now, it's not a major level, but it was a level today, right? It's a marker for that. So we're going to see if this can make it to VWAP. If I can get above this pre-market low number, see, I can stay in trades once in a while, as long as they start on the shoulder of the previous. Now, here we go, shoulder of the previous. Now my VWAP, here's my exit. Here's my exit, possibly. I'm going to give it a second because I swore I was going to start doing this more often. Give it a second here, see if it's going to stay or not. If it don't, I'll get out of it. I'm going to see, stop, 50%. All right, stop right here. If it don't, I'm out. You're going to go back up. There we go. There's about 50% of that candle. Coming back up, I let it retrace a little bit, give it a little bit of room to breathe. Now it's got to break through here. This does not break and hold above this yellow line, which is VWAP. I'm going to get out of this trade. I'm not going to play around. I can always re-enter if it does decide to break on through to the other side. You know what I mean? Break on through to the other side. You know what I'm talking about? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Break on through the other side?
I do believe I know what you're saying.
Okay. Good.
And
If you got gray hair, you should. Here we
if
go.
that continues to go, you could actually move your stop up.
Yeah, well, that's a great idea. I normally don't do that. I just keep my finger on the button, but thank you. Where would be my possible point of resistance would be VWAP, right? So should be able to move that up here, right, close to VWAP. This coming back below VWAP, I shouldn't be in this trade anyway, right? So by you reminding me to do that, I'm now locking in $10,875 guaranteed in this trade. Now I can get out by clicking this button, and I can keep moving this up, right? All I did was wait on a break and hold of this trend line. That's my whole trade. I'm a break and hold person. I don't care if it's a level, if it's an indicator, if it's the 200 in this case, right? I wanted that break and hold with some oomph to the upside. So as this climbs up, I can tighten my stop up, right? Make sure I can move up there. There's another 2,000. Is that pretty tight? Yep, for sure is. I'll probably get stopped out leaving it there, right? I'm going to put it there anyway, just to show you. That way, if it pulls
Taking a
back.
17 ATR, it's not too bad. 17.
What's that?
Your ATR is not too high, so.
Oh, yeah, 16. Yeah, that ain't bad. Pretty good, actually, huh? So I'm up 17,000, right? It's just math, people. Higher it goes up, the more money you make. See if it comes back down to VWAP and bounces. If it don't, I'm going to get stopped out for a $12,000 profit, right? This one did not start on the shoulder. That's a sign of weakness, at least on this candle. All right. So I don't have to do anything other than just sit here and wait and see what happens. If it pulls back, hair under VWAP, this is tighter and I like it. I don't like being that close. I want to have a room for a wick in case it does touch VWAP. Normally I'd have this right here. That's all right. I want you to see how this works. So I'm more likely to get stopped out here. I mean, I could slide it up and get stopped out right now if I wanted to. But I want to see where this next candle starts. If it doesn't start on the shoulder of this one, that means some more consolidation or a rejection to the upside. That's a rejection if I ever seen one there. We'll see what happens. Probably going to get stopped out. So what's going to happen? Here it comes, right? If the wick even touches this down here, I'm going to be done. But I am up 14,000, 15,000 in a trade right now. But I'm guaranteed 12. Well, why don't you take the 15? Well, I could. What if this goes to 100,000 before I'm done? You don't know, right? You don't know how high is, right? Just sell, it says. Picture perfect. Oh boy, I can't believe I didn't stop.
I can't believe that.
That wick is as close as you can without. What in the world? Is there even an airspace between that? What the heck? I mean, I don't know about that one. There it goes. Now it got me that time for sure. All right. So I got 12 grand. Now, I said I would have kept it down here lower right here is where I would have really kept it. That's all right. I wanted you to see how using your stop, sliding your stop up, and locking in your profit to get a guaranteed green trade. Now, see, if I'd have done what I said I would normally do right here below this candle, just pre-market number, I would still be in this trade and it would still be going up. Am I going to regret it? Yeah, probably, but oh well, right? You're always going to leave money on the table. But you see, if I'd have had it down here, I would have never got stopped out. But that's okay. 12 grand is is better than a sharp stick in the eye, right? Now, if this breaks and holds above this level right here, I'll jump back in again. Not until then. Can I jump in right now and scalp this one candle? Yep, I could. And I could make money doing it, but no real reason to. Why risk it, right? I'm up $12,000, $13,000. Why goof around throwing money away just because I can, right? So I'm going to wait for my next opportunity. That's a break above this right here, right? Why is that? Because that was today's open, 68.53 and a half. And that just puts on there. Oh, there's a strong candle to the upside. Let me show you what happens. Let's see. Even though that's not a historical level, it is a temporary level. I'll watch it bounce off that and probably cost me a trade. That's why jumping in here early can be detrimental to your checkbook, right? I jumped in earlier than what I said my criteria was. I did it on purpose to show you that there's a financial penalty for not sticking to your trading criteria, to what you want to do, your trading strategy. You start compromising, try to jump in early, look what it does. You can be detrimental. This may never cross this line the rest of the day. But I didn't wait for it to break and hold. Now, very well may, but as you can see right now, I'm sweating bullets, right? I'm down $1,800, $1,500, 2,000, 2,250. What if this never goes up there? Well, it's because it's my own fault if I'm losing money in this trade because I compromised my entry criteria to the upside. Okay, so don't do that. Now, will I get lucky? Yeah, but you don't want to trade that way. You don't want to trade on hopium that you get fortunate, because that reinforces bad trading habits. So never compromise your entry. Okay. Now you see I could have took that profit there, right? And I did. But don't do that, because even though you're like, oh well, I still made $3,000. Did that? Well, now you just reinforced by doing things you know you shouldn't do and coming out with lots of money, right? Well, I could do things I know I shouldn't do and still make money, right? Well, I can go to a bank any day of the week, but I decide to rob that bank. Well, I'm going to come out with money. It doesn't mean that's the way I should get money, right? I'm installing a bad habit. And what happens when you do that enough times and the FBI catches you? Well, you're going to prison for the rest of your life, right? So don't do things that you're compromising your trading strategies. You're compromising what you've been taught just to get a couple bucks, because you're creating bad habits, because usually it doesn't come out in your favor. This case, it is. Actually, I'm surprised, but I figured it really pulled back here because they had all this stuff here. Now, I may find resistance right here. See how these candles are all topped out? I expect right here where this line comes across, just above where these wicks are at now, around that 56 level, to find an issue, and it might pull back there, right? Because I can see these here. Always look behind you. So I might want to just go ahead and just bang, lock in that $2,600 or whatever that said, right, until it gets up here. Now I could have went. Now the only reason I did that is because I got in before I said I wanted to, or I should have, right? Even though it has broken held, I end up coming out smelling like a rose. But don't be gambling your accounts that way, right? Now I can literally come in here and scalp one candle at a time. I can go bang, right? Jump in here on this trade. There it is. As soon as I'm green, come over here. Like too soon. Lost money on that trade. So I could come over here and actually watch it bounce right off of that level that I was worried about, right? Come in here, bang, come in here, bang, take profits, right? on and off, bang, bang. I can do that all day long. I can jump in individual candles, but that's no way to trade. Comments, questions? Hey, Mr. Richardson, good to see you over there in the Tiki Talks. Sil's son, do you need to pay for the live trading in TradingView? Well, you have to have, I have real-time data, right? So that's, you can pay if you just want to trade, you can actually buy, I think it's $7 a month, I think, for the membership package through TradingView. And that's all you can do. You can't really actually trade real money, but you can do the simulated trading. I think their live data is, I may be wrong, $7 a month maybe, if it just do TradingView. Now I use Webull and I use Trade-O-Vate, so I also have their real-time data. However, I am logged in right now with TradingView's real-time data. And it's all part of a package deal. But yes, you do have to pay. Nothing's for free in this world, my friend. Right? A lot of brokers will let you try, like you can demo for 2 weeks with Trade-O-Vate, you know, those kind of things, but they're limited time, so until you fund an account. Right now I'm paper trading, real-time data through TradingView. All right, hopefully that answered your question there, Silson. Hey, Don's in the house. Don's in the house. Don's our lovely host of our aftermarket show, which starts after this one at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. You'll find the aftermarket show over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. And that starts at 4 p.m. And her show's even a step up from this one because you could actually join her panel live with a camera and an open microphone. Or if you're bashful, you can do like you do here and just type in and ask questions. However you like to do it. All right, where are we at on likes over there? Man, we only got 4,000 likes, man. Come on, what's the matter with your mouses today? Is your mices broke? Is your mouses broke? Let's get over there and start clicking. So what's a good entry right now according to your indicators? On ES, right now, now's a decent right here, this candle. So if it starts on the shoulder to the upside, yeah, did you have oomph considering it goes up there? No, but it did start on the shoulder of this candle. So you want to see a break and hold above this regression channel here, trend channel. You want to see some oomph to the upside. Are you convinced this wants to keep going up by looking at that candle? Nope. Does it mean it can't? No, it still can. You may get volume all of a sudden, right? And push that up. Can I trade that? Sure. I can go like that, right? I can click a mouse button anytime. And I can go over here and I can trade and lock in, wait, you know. So when you miss the optimal entry was clear down here, obviously, right? And you could have rode that up. So if you're going to scalp, if you're a master scalper and you can jump in any time, again, I'm talking while I'm doing this, but you can jump pretty much in anywhere. You saw me come in here on the break and hold above the 200. I got in there and made money on a couple trades, right? Now you wait to break and hold above the 200 or this top of this trend channel, right? This one's starting on the shoulder of the previous. It just doesn't have the volume that it wants. Why is that? Well, we've got a little bit of, if you look behind you here, you can see we have a little bit of chop over here, right? Got a little bit here. This mess, it needs to really break through above that red line to really get a good oomph to the upside. So we got to fight through where this was at right now. They're not liking this level. So hopefully they will get tired of it and they'll get it up out of there, right? If not, then they'll start selling. Let me stop up here, just that a little tighter. So you always make sure you trade with a stop. Never trade without one. You always want to protect your risk to the downside. So by jumping in here like that, you know, without the oomph, this again is the other thing. Again, do not compromise your entry criteria. Okay. There was not much oomph to the upside when I entered that. Trend channel is down on a 1 minute, but that doesn't indicate that you need to automatically scalp. Now, you know, why do I say that? Yes, the overall trend is slightly down. However, We've made a little bit of a reversal. Now, it wouldn't really be a good true reversal until it got up here, right? But it's effectively going against the trend. This has all been counter trend here, coming back up to key levels. Okay. And while I was talking, I got stopped out over there. So I am trading the trade that's in front of me. Just because this is going down does not necessarily constitute an automatic down trade, because eventually the trend changes, right? So how do you know this isn't the one that makes the trend change, right? So I'm going to trade this trade until it ain't. Now it's didn't hold up there, so now it's breaking and holding. So now, it may very well go back down, but that's fine. You trade, if you're scalping, you're trading the momentum. What's the momentum right now? The momentum's up. Well, here, the big pullback, they took their profit up here at the top because they did not want to break through what I was just talking about. This here area here, this chop zone, they don't want to deal with that yet. So now it's pulled back to VWAP and bounce. It may come up here to 9, pull back down, may ping pong. Or they just might decide to jam that thing all the way back up. 50% would be above the 9 EMA. So just because it's in a downtrend doesn't mean I automatically take downtrend trades. I can take counter trend. Again, I have to scalp it, and it's more risky when you're going against the trend, because we all know the trend is your friend. Okay. But just to arbitrarily say, well, this shows a downward slope, doesn't mean I only take downward trades, right? The way I trade, because I'm scalping, right? Now, if I go on a 1 hour, which way is it now, right? If I'm going to go long, you can see, look how steep that is, right? So now I get a different perspective, right? I'm below all my indicators. So yeah, if this can break and hold below this indicator, yeah, I would agree. I'd go ahead and go down, right? Because you can see it's a strong, this is a 30 minute, sorry, not a 1 hour. But see how the trend changes with the time frame. Right? If I go on a 1 minute, more flat, it's still sloped to the downside, but it's more, it's not as severe, right? Even though I can see there is a slight decline. Good question. The same way, I do a break and hold longs to the upside when it breaks and holds above the 9. Once I consider all the other things that's in here, especially if I get all my indicators in my rear view mirror, right? Just because I break and hold above the 9 doesn't mean I automatically jump in, right? I'm looking at the big picture. Well, we got the 200 there. Is that enough room for me to make money? Well, yeah, it is in this case, all right? Well, let's just say I got in here, right? Well, do I want to jump in? Well, I might want to wait till it breaks and holds that, right? Because this is the 200. It's the second strongest indicator on my chart. So I'm making decisions based on the big picture, not just I'm going to get in on the break and hold of the 9, right? I'm not being dogmatic about it. I'm waiting for that to happen. But before it happens, I've already predetermined, is there enough meat on the bone between here and there to make a profit, right? Or if I just jump in and scalp it, here's one to the downside, break, hold to the downside. This one's kind of a weak candle, but if I jump in here, do I want to jump in this trade? No, I don't. Even though that's the break and hold the 9. Why? Because I have the most powerful indicator on a chart is VWAP. So I'm going to wait till it breaks and holds below that. That would be this candle. Well, this candle has not broke and held strongly below that, and I have the 200, the second most feared one right here, right? So this is kind of a really tough spot. Now, if you're a master scalper, can I scalp a candle? Yeah, sure you can, but most people aren't. Can I do it? Yes, I can. But this is kind of a really, is there enough meat on the bone to make money there? And there is, really, if you're a good scalper, right? I could scalp that, right? But it's a higher risk trade, okay? So I can come down here and I could trade these things, right? I can go in here and get a quick scalp, if this keeps pulling, but it's higher risk. I could also go the other way on me, right? I can't sit in here and talk like I am right now when I see that this is, I'm going to show you, if I sit here and talk all day, right? If I see this is lower than where I got in at, I know I'm making money. I can lock in profit at any time. If this candle, the bottom of this candle is above where I get it, I know I'm losing money to the downside, right? And you saw I could have took profit, but I wanted to talk through this, right? So as long as this is below there, I know this is right here's my target is right there. Oh, look at that, blew right through it, right? Now it'll probably retrace 50%, which would be back right up to that blue candle. I'm going to lock in the profit. There's, what's that say? 7,800, 8,000, whatever, right? So it'll probably retrace 50%, which would be right to the blue line. Now, I didn't expect it to do that, but it can at any time, right? I expected it to come. My play was down to the 200, and then I figured it would bounce from there. Well, you saw it, massive sell off, wham, right? And I came out really smelling like a rose on that trade. That's just being there. Is Tesla coming back up? I don't know. What's your chart show you? We are talking everything futures here, but I will take a second of my time since you asked so nicely. I will take a look at Tesla, right? And we'll see what we got. What's going on? Oh, I'm typing on the wrong keyboard, dummy. That would make sense. There we go. Try again. There we go. Yeah, it works a lot better when you type the correct 4 in there. Oh, Tesla's still at 400. Basically 398. Is Tesla coming back up? Well, I'd say right now it's in a downtrend, right? Didn't they have some bad news today or something? Didn't Volkswagen take them over? They're in a downtrend, right? Didn't they have just earnings here a week or two ago? News, that kind of thing. I'm not actively trading Tesla anymore, so I'm not even keeping up on it. I can't.
The bad news got mixed with some news about what's her face there buying a ton of shares. She bought the dip.
Oh,
What's that
Oh
lady's
yeah,
name?
Miss
Yeah.
Miss P.
No, hang on, I'll
woman?
tell you. Yeah, Kathy Wood.
Kathy Wood.
Yeah, she
That's
adds Tesla
a
stock
decent
to
one.
space. Yeah, and that's what it started. That's when it started going up, but it was going down because of the bad news. And then she bought, and it made it go up, but it's going back down. It's the trend is down.
Yes. Right now
Yeah.
it is. It all change
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow. Might be totally different.
Right.
Might be
Give it a minute.
$500 tomorrow. You just don't. That's the way Tesla is, right? You can have 50% swings in price per day. We see it happen a lot, right?
It's doing it today. It's big time like that. It goes all the up and down. Yeah.
Here, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, today's range, about $15, right? Roughly. Swing up and down. Went from 387 to 402. Pretty good swing, right? That's just during the open market, right? So right now it's down $9. So I think it's going back up. Well, I don't know. Number one, I can't give you financial investment or tax advice because I'm not a financial advisor. We're not allowed to do that. But you can evaluate it. Here's the bottom of the trend. If it breaks and holds below that and VWAP right here, sure, I would look at, if I was able to, short this to the downside, see what happens. I do have a pre-market low here. You know, do I have enough money where it's worth doing that to make that on a stock? I'm buying the stock. Well, you know, that's something you have to decide, right? If I'm trading stock options, well, you should have already been in this to the downside. It's a little late to jump in now for a put, right? So that's how that works, right? Is it coming back up? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. My guess and your guess, and $2.99, $2.29, you can get you a large cup of coffee at McDonald's, right?
Got a big pull on gold over here.
Ooh, gold.
It's coming up about every 15 minutes or so. It keeps coming up and going down. Yeah. Just when you think it's going to go up and stay up, now it comes back down. It's just, it's channeling. Yeah. It's
it
big
is.
time. Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
pull on gold, as previously mentioned a few seconds ago. Where's it stopping at? Oh, look at that. Double bottom right on a line of support. Right at today's opening price. Bang, bang. It is a hair below it, but, you know, look at that. Imagine that. Look at all this traffic down here. I wonder why it stopped there. Does historical levels matter? Look where it's stopping at, right? Right here are these lines. Look at all these, right? That's a strong level. And guess where it's at right now? It's got to break and hold below that. You get past all this choppy mess, ideally down here, right? Will it make it down there? I don't know. Pretty choppy. Comments.
Shake that,
questions?
shake that 8 ball. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, let's shake it. Most certainly will, is the answer. What was the question? Holy crap there, Mrs. A. Ms. A. Over in the Zoom chat. Holy moly. Holy moly.
And
Just had a member post. They can pay their house rent for 18 months straight for the profits that they made today. They made 18 house payments today in profits. How would you like to be able to do that? That's awesome.
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 That is
Year,
awesome.
year and a half of free rent.
Yep. Yep. The other day it was 3 months. I think the day before that it was like 2 months. So yes, and this individual been here for 2 years, roughly, I guess, a little over 2 years. She's learned how to do it. She's taken it to heart. She's mastered it. She's paid attention to the sound of coach's voice, investment strategy. She loves futures. And over the last, I mean, just from what I know, we're here the last few days. She's paid a couple years worth of rent just in a couple days worth of trading. 2 years worth. That's what you got to do. You got to put down what's your problem. What does that really mean? I made all this money. What does that really equate to? How many years' wages is that? Or how many house payments is that? Or how many car payments is that? How many months of groceries is that? Or how many car payments? Right? You got to start relating it because, think about day trading. You don't really touch the physical money, right? It's all digital, right? It's in your trading account and you digitally transfer it into your checking account and then you digitally pay your bills. You never really touch the paper, right? It doesn't really seem real. So, you got to equate, what does that really mean? Can you imagine making a year and a half's worth of house payments in one day just by day trading? Does that not blow your mind that you can do that? Blows my mind. Right? I'm amazed. Tyler says, every time I watch you, seems like a chart suit to the moon. Well, yeah, what you don't, see is I'm looking at other charts too that aren't moving, right? So I'm going to try to look at the things that are, right? So it just so happens most of the time, it's the indices, right? Exactly. And you could trade any chart all day long if you want to. Talked about that earlier, right? You may have to deploy different trading strategies throughout the whole day, but essentially you could trade this whole single chart 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, whatever you want. Literally all day. There's no reason to get in or out or get out of a trade and leave this totally for the day if that's what you want to do. You can literally make money every minute on this chart once your skills reach the point that you can do that, right? And again, it takes time, takes years, all right? By the way, if you want to learn how to do this, because we're not a call out group. We're not going to tell you what to buy or what to sell, right? We're not licensed financial advisors. Anybody tells you when to buy and sell and they're not licensed financial advisors, they may be breaking the law. So what we will do is help educate you, and it takes time, and teach you a skill so that nobody could ever take it away to help you decide when to get into a trade, when to get out of a trade, how to evaluate trades, how to chart, how to make all the kinds of decisions, right? So you develop a skill over time that nobody can take away from you. It says my keyboard battery is very, very low. It'll just have to be today. Hopefully it won't die. All right, Mr. M, got your hand up. What's up? Paid member. I'm going to say Mr. H. I didn't want to say your name loud in the lives. The socials. MH, what's up?
Yes, Mark, how are you?
Good.
I have a question. I've been a member since maybe almost 2.5 years.
Yep.
I was listening in the morning and everything. For my job, I really can't do anything at daytime, so I've been listening to you, and I'm trying to change from doing trading in the morning or daytime because my job I can't do it. I'm trying to do futures because it's you can do it nighttime.
Right.
Which one is for beginners? What we can do futures and like nighttime?
You can trade any of them at night, pretty much, other
Okay.
than agriculture.
Okay.
Now, are you asking which ones might be good starter, less
Yeah,
volatile?
yeah, just to start. Yeah.
Yeah, they all have their moments though. So oil is what I started with, MCL, oil,
Okay.
natural gas. You can do some of the metals if there's low volume, but metals can be pretty tricky. Gold, I mean, gold, oil, the
I
indices, but generally they all have their moments, and it's very low volume first part of the night. But usually around 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. you'll start getting more volume, right?
Yeah. I'll start doing like uh paper money and gold, and sometimes it's really fast, and
Yeah.
it's more expensive for a beginner. So
Correct.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one is the best way to start. The ones that they cost like was it 50 cents for a contract, or is it a dollar for a contract?
They're minimum of 50 per contract.
Oh, 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're
Okay.
with, depends what broker. If you're with Trade Evade, yes.
Yeah,
For
I
fifty
have a
dollars
trader
on
bait.
up, most of them are 100 on up, but there are some you can trade for $50 one micro. Now that means you have
Yeah.
to have more than $50 in your account, but you know what I'm saying. So
Yes. Yes.
we
Okay.
we have
Yeah.
we have all that information. You can go into our Discord, and there's 10 things in there you can look at, or you can just go directly to the broker. We've created some
Okay.
spreadsheets and stuff for you that has all that information. So,
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. And I'll listen to you guys all the time, but sometimes I can't really be in the phone too much.
yeah.
And yeah, but
Well, that's
I
the great
always.
thing about futures is you can trade 23 hours a day. Only time you can't is between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes. Yes. And I think I learn more at nighttime because it's not too much noise. And
Yep.
I think it's better when you're trying to do it nighttime. And sometimes I wake up like 3 in the morning,
Yep.
and you start doing it. But since you work like 10 hours a day, sometimes it's hard to keep it up at nighttime.
Well, and you don't if you split your allegiance, you split your focus, you're gonna split your bank account. That much I can assure you, right?
Yeah.
So now there's other ways of trading to compensate for that. You could learn how to swing trade, right? Buy long term, buy and hold, those kind of things. So you can still make money. There's ways of doing it. It doesn't have to be, day trading, right?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
do swing
It,
trading or wheel strategy, all those things, it will work around your schedule, buy and hold for long term, but that's a different type of trading also. But it's a real
yeah.
live option for you to try to incorporate.
Yes. Futures, you still can buy. Like the other day, I was trying to buy a contract from the gold from April, and I was holding this and holding, and finally it was going down, and then when went up, and I still keep it. I still have it. I just don't want to cancel because I'm low right now. I was down a little bit money, and then I say I know I'll wait because the contract is supposed to expire in April, so I'm waiting. I'm gonna do like long term.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
but that scared me because
what did you decide that was a good time to enter a trade for a long hold?
the problem is because I was working that day, and my time was up, and I was down probably like 200, and I said, like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. I know it's a long term. It's gonna be in April, and I leave it. When I can when I look at it again after 4 or 5 hours, that was like over $1,000 down. I said, so don't make any sense to close it right now because it's go up and down, and I'll leave it, and I'm holding right now. So I'm a little nervous because it's small for a small account. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, there's an issue when you're going to hold something. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
To day trade something and then you ain't making money, so I'm just going to hold it till hopefully it comes back. That's opium, right? That's not trading. If you're going to
Yes,
buy and
I
hold
understand.
something, there
Yeah.
better be a reason why you're buying and hold it, not just because, well, I'm down $1,000. It should come back up eventually. Oh, I got till the end of whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's not trading. That's gambling. That's trading on hopium. That goes against everything that coach teaches us, right? So
That's right. Yes.
so if you're going to hold overnight, which becomes a swing trade, you
Mm-hmm.
should have a reason for that specific entry. You should also have a line in the sand where you're getting out. In other words, a stop. Now it's fine. You may come out
Yes.
smelling like a rose before the end of whatever, right? But you could also get your count devastated that way, right? So it sounds to me, not to put you on the spot, but we hear this a lot. What was your reason for getting in? You really didn't have one. I think you just got in and it went against you. Well, okay, I'll just hold it. Hopefully it comes back. It's paper money. It's not real. Okay.
Yeah.
But now
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing is now if you make money on this trade that you're really down on, what did you just tell your brain? Hey, I could screw up and still make money. That's a dangerous road to go down, right? So
Exactly. Yes.
you need, if you're going to swing trade, which is a swing trade is essentially holding something more than a couple minutes, right? A
Mm-hmm.
swing trade could be an hour long, could be 4 hours long, could be 4 days, could be 4 months, it could be whatever, 4 years, whatever, as long as it meets your
Yes.
criteria. This means longer
Yes.
than a scalp kind of thing, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you did not have a reason for that, you might as well just cancel that out.
Okay.
Trading willy nilly on paper doesn't teach you anything other than
Mm-hmm.
it does reinforce that I made a mistake. And my God, if I hold this for 6 months, it might come back and I might make $1. That's a poor habit to develop, right? You
Yeah.
have to
No.
rip the bandit. Could you afford to lose $1,000 in your real account?
No, really.
Okay, so you shouldn't be doing it in paper. Right? You need to trade
Okay.
it exactly the same way that you would treat it with your real account. And it sounds to
Okay.
me you didn't have a plan for entry. You just entered and now you're going to hold it because it's not real, right? I'm not losing real money.
Yes.
That's a bad habit you're developing. Don't do that.
Okay.
Treat it
All right.
100% like it's real money. Okay?
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it,
Now
Mark. And
we talked about swing trading today in our live Zoom call. So Zoom training today, we talked about that. What do you use? How do you advantage that? Ralph's a great teacher about
yeah.
swing trading. So don't be afraid to ask and pick the brains. Coach has all kinds of videos on it also.
Yeah.
It's a different, it's the same thing, same principles, but you evaluate it a little bit differently, right? But
Yes.
the chart's a chart. So
Yeah.
let's back up a step, reset, and develop
Okay.
good habits while we're training.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Because if
I
you come in
appreciate
here, then I got to smack you around and try to, get the bad habits out of you. And that's just a lot of work, So let's not get the bad habits to start with. All right.
Push of the button.
Yeah,
Yes.
here, because I hate to come in. I'm a pretty happy guy. Me, I'm always out positive, Mr. Positive. You know me. Right? And then I got to do this, right? And then and the next thing you know, babies are crying. And it just goes all down, right? And then people are mad at me, and then I get booing, and they just, the whole thing. It's just a downer, right? It just makes my whole life a downer. So don't develop bad habits, right?
Yeah, I really need that. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. And now I got to, sit back and think different. Don't let it go. Don't hold it
Right.
if I don't have to.
Well,
Yeah.
and I agree. You probably day trading is not for you, right? Because you're at work. And if you're working 10, 12-hour shifts, you're already tired, right?
Yes.
So are you at your best? Are you making the best decision? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it the right way. And swing trading might be the thing for you, right?
Yeah.
If you only have to look at something maybe once an hour or every couple hours, hey, that sounds like a game plan to me, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to move towards that a little bit myself this year, 2026. I did a swing trade last night. So, did okay on it. So, it's just, and it didn't last, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours total because it pulled back on me not after I got in, but I still made profit. Anyway, let's do things the right way, develop good habits, even while we are doing simulated training.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. And it's good to listen to you guys, even if sometimes people ask questions and we learn from them. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. for your time.
Well, you just helped a bunch of people. I can guarantee you that.
Yes. All right, Mark. Thank you. Have a good day.
Can I look at a micro and explain where the pricing info is at per contract? Well, it depends on your broker, right? You know, I mean, I could show you any website. I could show you, you know, the pricing on, you know, let me switch here. Hang on a minute. I need to do this. I need to go over here, go there, and I go there. But now I need to trade my screen for my folks playing at home over here in the Zooms. So now the Zoom people can see what I'm zooming to. So I can come up here and I can go. Let's go Tradeovate because that's one broker I use, right? So, do I need to go there? No, well, I don't need to log in, but here, as soon as this loads up, second, I really didn't want this. I just want the website is what I want. Tradeovate. All right. So, just thinking on the road so I can see what I'm doing here. Official site. Let me see here. I want to get to right here. All right, pricing. Or wait, I think it's under trading. Right here. View margins. View margins by market. This is what I wanted. All right. Show. You can go to Tradeovate's or any broker's website, and they'll show you how much it costs for each symbol to trade, how much margin is required. Okay. So in this case, what do you like to trade? You know, if you like to trade gold, let's just say you want to trade gold, right? Oh, I like to trade gold. I hear all kinds of things about. Well, let's look at micro gold, right? MGC. So we got to find MGC. I don't know what section this is on here. Let's see. It's all of them. Let's look at here. Look at that. Makes it even easier. Let's go to metals. All right. Search right here. Right. All right. So there's your gold. There's micro gold, MGC. It tells you to buy one micro gold contract right now through Tradeovate. According to this, it's $200. All right. Now, if you're going to hold it over the weekend or when the market's closed, you're going to have this amount, that $4,300 for that hour. So it's always best just to close it. But if you're going to hold it long term, you're going to end over the weekends and those type of things, you got to have $4,300 in your margin account. So it will cost you $200 right now. It was $50, but because metals is up so much and so volatile, they've raised the prices here recently, right? See, I can buy GOL, right? There's another one. You can go that route, but so regular gold, micro gold, right? If I'm going to trade silver, right? Let's say I'm going to do the big silver, it's $4,000. If I'm going to trade regular gold, it's $2,000. So you can see it's 10%, right? A micro is a tenth of an E-mini. Pays 10 times as much, and it also costs you 10 times as much as a general rule. So that's the difference, one micro, so it pays out. Gold pays $10 a tick. This pays $1 a tick, right? It's a tenth. So for $200, because I don't have 2,000, I can buy one micro for $200, and every tenth of a cent it goes up. Every 10 cents, I make $1. If I was in E-mini, for every 10 cents it goes up, I make $10. But I got to have $2,000 at least in my account per contract. Right now. The other thing you need to know is, yes, I can get in relatively inexpensive into buying gold, micro gold for $200. But if you only have $200 and you go in here and buy this and then it starts to go against you, well, guess what? You're going to get your account liquidated real hurry, okay? And there's penalties and fees for getting too low in your account. So you're going to want to at least double. You know, I don't know. I can't tell you how much you have to have in your account. I would say 2 to 3 times what you're trading just to be safe. That way, when you do get the pullbacks, and you will get pullbacks, every trade's not going to be green, right? So if you have enough that you can buy 3, then you can buy 1, that kind of thing, right? If you get enough you can buy 4 or 5, then you can buy 2. However you want to look at it, right? That's up to you, right? The bigger the buffer, the better you're off you're going to be, because every trade's not going to be green, right? Your count gets too low, you're going to get margin called right away when your margin drops too low. It self-liquidates, right? There's a percentage once your account drops to it, they're going to self-liquidate that trade, right? If you get too low, then your account, they kick you out, right? So you don't want that. So anyway, yes, you can get in 1 micro gold for that, right? Now they have a 1 ounce gold up here. You can get in for $50, right? Now, will micro gold come back down to 50 again? I don't know. Does anything ever go back? I don't know, right? If I want to trade the indices, right? So I can go over here. I can trade ES for $500. Guess how much the micro ES would be? How much is it? How much do you think MES is? This is with Tradevate. Now, every broker's different, all right? So, but if I'm going to hold this when the market's closed, or hold it overnight, or over the weekend, or when the market's closed, I have to have $24,951.54 in my margin account per contract. All right, there's a difference, right? It's expensive to hold it from 5 to 6 p.m. or on the weekends. Now, if you got 25,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 in your account, fine. But during the day, which is all day, it's 23 hours a day, other than between 5 and 6, and all you do is you just sell out of that position and rebuy it when the market reopens again, right? It's not hard. That's what you do, right? You don't have to have that. Only time you have to have that's when the market's closed on the weekends or between 5 and 6 Eastern time. So there's a difference. So the E-mini is $500 to trade the S&P 500. If you're trading the NASDAQ, it's $1,000. It's double, right? Now, if I'm doing micros, right? Here's your micro indices, right? That would be your MES. You can see it is 1/10 of the price, right? $50. So I can trade 1 micro. So instead of getting paid $12.50 like I did with the E-mini, I get paid $1.25 with the micro S&P 500, but it only cost me $50. And I only have to have $2,500 instead of $25,000 right in my account. Same thing with the NASDAQ MNQ. It was $1,000. I have to have it's 1/10 of to trade a micro is $100, right? Instead of getting paid getting paid $5 per tick with NQ, I get 50 cents per tick. So, and so on and so forth, right? So, as a general rule, micros are 1/10 of the size, 1/10 of the payout, and 1/10 of the risk on margin per thing, right? Good. And ideally, you should trade more than 1 contract at a time so you can shed when you lock in profits, but you don't have to. But just because I can buy one of these at $50 doesn't mean I only need to have $50 in my account. Yes, you have to have $50 in your account to be able to buy one, right? But if that pulls back on you, you're going to get a self-liquidation, right? Because your account drops too low. And you'll wake up and like, what happened to my trade? It disappeared all of a sudden. Well, you got self-liquidated because your account dropped too far below $50. Brokers got to protect their position. So that's how that works. And there's where stops come in, right? So, yes, you just trade 1 or 2 accounts at a time to build your account up, but you're going to want more than $50 in your account. You're going to want 500 or 1,000 or whatever, right? Yeah, but I can buy more if I have 500 or 1,000. I can buy 10. Yeah, you can. That's also how you destroy your account. You don't learn by trading big. If you can't turn one $50 contract into a profit time and time again on a consistent basis, then buying 2 or 3 or 5 of these is not going to help you any, right? If you suck trading 1 contract, you're really going to suck trading 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So, and you're also risking wrecking your account. So you start out trading 1 or 2 at a time. And as you build your account, when I get enough, I can trade 5 or 6 of these, then I'll move up to 2. I'll start trading 2 or 3 at a time, right? And as I build my account up day by day, then I can add another contract. Now I can trade 3 or 4 or 5, right? And work my way up. When I get up good, really good, my account's really good size, then I can go to the ES, the E-minis, right, which are $500. And you start all over again, trading 1, trading 2, trading 3, bang, 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 and it takes time, right? Eventually your account grows and you do well and you can go from there. So that's how that works. Now this is with Tradeovate. These same contracts with Webull are a lot more than this, right? So every broker's different. Edward Jones, TOS, whatever, all of them, they all have their own brokerage fees. This is a lot less expensive than Webull. That much I will tell you. Okay. You can with Tradeovate. Now the big difference between Webull, and again I don't have an updated sheet here without going to their website, so I'm just going to use this old one. All right. To trade 1 MES at night with Webull is going to cost you $2,500 at least. I don't know what the current rate is. I didn't, just using that as an example. All right. Versus $50. That's the big difference, right? But they can choose whatever they want to pay you. I mean, I can go to Webull's website and do the same thing that I'm doing here. Every broker's got different, so you need to know what that is. The good thing about Tradeovate is all brokers have to pay out the same, right? What you make per tick is the same for every broker. It's contractual through the CME group, Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which runs the trades for futures. Okay? So they all have to pay you out the same amount per tick. That's contractual. What they can do is they can charge you whatever they want for their margins to trade through their company. Right? Now, obviously, if they charge you too much, people are they're going to come over here like we do. With Tradeovate, it's substantially, hugely different and less expensive and easier for a small account person to trade all day long. Why? Well, Tradeovate's $50 to trade, right? 1 E-mini. I could trade the Russell. I can trade the E-mini. I can trade, mid caps. I think it's going to cost me more than 50 is the NASDAQ. It's going to cost me 100 because it's 1,000 for an E-mini. But their prices are this way all day long, except for 1 hour a day. Between 5 and 6 when they're closed, then you would have to have this initial margin. But you don't even need that. You don't have to have 10,000 in your account. You just make sure you're out of the trade by 5 o'clock, right? You can get back in at 6 get back in at 6 when it reopens. Only thing it cost you was a couple bucks in transaction fees. It's better than having to have $10,000 in your account, right? So if I wanted to do the same thing with Webull, I'm going to pay 5 times that or 10 times that amount. It just depends what your broker is. Every broker is different. This is why I like Tradeovate, right? They're not any better or any worse. They all have their advantages and disadvantages, but if you have a small account, that's the first thing. It's enticing. It's a small account. You can get in here and trade all day long, other than between 5 and 6 when it's closed, and on weekends, obviously, for very little margin outlay, right? Your money will go further, and you can trade all day long on that same amount. Webull, it may be $100 or $120 to trade 1 unit of S&P 500, but that's only from 9 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. Eastern time. After 4:15, their price goes up to that $2,500 or whatever it is, right? Tradeovate's is $50 all day long, other than that 1 hour period when they're closed or on a weekend. So you can see the advantage. But Webull has to still pay out the same amount per tick as Tradeovate does. They all do. It's a contractual. There's no difference in that regard. You're not going to make more money with trading on Tradeovate than you would with Webull or TOS or any of them. They're all going to pay out the exact same amount. It's just how much you have to have in your margin account to be able to trade with them. That's the only difference. Literally. That and the fees they charge, right? Tradeovate's fees may be higher than Webull's, but then the offset is you got to have more in your margin account. Well, if you got a lot of money in your margin account, then you probably don't really care how much the margin rate is if you can afford it without even thinking about it, but you may care about the fees. So depending on your account, you view things differently, right? If you're a high volume trader, well, you might want the one with the lowest fees. If you're a low volume trader, you don't care about fees. You want to care how little can I get in there and trade with, right? So there's different ways as your account grows that you'll evaluate what you're looking for in a broker. But when you're starting out, you want to get in with a little amount as possible. I personally, again, I don't get paid by Trade-Evate. I don't make a dime, but I'm saying Trade-Evate is a pretty good deal. Yes, their fees are slightly higher, and there's options, but because it lets you get in at a lower rate, which is what most people start with as a small account, right? It helps you trade also 23 hours a day for the same amount of money, unlike other brokers. And that, to me, that's a benefit, especially if you work a 9 to 5 job, right? I could trade for $50. I can come home and trade at 7 o'clock at night for $50, right? Same way I can trade for $50 from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Same fee, right? So that's how you evaluate. It depends what's important to you. You know, if you have a large account and you're a high volume trader, you care about fees. You don't care about the margins, right? If I can afford the margins, you know, whatever, right? Matter of fact, this is the first time I looked at this, I was actually shocked to see that gold was what it was. I had no idea because I just trade it, right? I don't even think about it. I don't even look, right? I don't care because I have an account that supports it. I'm not sitting there watching how much is that? Oh, I ain't trading that. It went up $1. Right? Yeah, I'm not doing that, right? So, you know, regular gold was $50, but every broker started raising it, and they notified you. But I didn't really know until just now that micro gold was $200, right? So right there it is, $200, right? So, because how much the margin is not a concern to me. The fees are a concern to me because I'm a high volume trader. I do lots and lots of trades per day. I'm in and out. I'm a scalper. So I'm generating a lot of transaction fees. So therefore, I want a broker with lower fees. Well, you just said Trade-Evate's higher. They are. However, they do have a thing for, right here, if you are a high volume trader, they have plans. You can come in here. And again, you go to the website, you can buy, this is the free, you know, it tells you it's 39 cents or, you know, it tells you what the fees are, right? No monthly fee. Or you can pay $99 and knock off 10 cents, whatever, right? If you're high enough volume, right? It might make a bit difference. Or you can buy their lifetime for $1,500. Pay that once and your fee's only 9 cents per micro or 59 cents. So that's huge, right? Well, yeah, but you got to pay $1,500. Well, how many trades are you doing a day? How much money am I saving between the 9 cents and the 39 cents? This is less expensive than Webull now when you do this, but you got to be a high volume trader for this to make sense. If you're doing 4 or 5 trades a day, then the free is sufficient. You don't really care about what the fees are so much. Well, you do, but you don't, right? So it's how you evaluate a broker. You know, I'm high volume, so I don't care. I can afford whatever they're charging, right, for margin. So I really don't care. But I do care about the fees because I'm generating them on every trade. So if I can save a substantial amount of money, you know, on a trade, then that's what I'm going to do. And I do, and this paid for itself right away. I mean, within a day or two, because I do that high volume, right? Some days more than others. Today, not so much, but so they all have their things. Am I saying this is the best one out there? Not, absolutely not. Do I like this one? Yes. Do I? If our members ask what they can look at, we suggest looking at this for those very reasons I outlined earlier, right? It's not that they're better. You know, their charting sucks as far as I'm concerned, right? I would never chart using their tools, but that doesn't make them a bad broker. It's a different way of emphasis on the trading more for at the moment rather than buying and holding, you know, because I can show you my charts and I have all them historical levels where their charting's more in the moment kind of thing, right? But they have all kinds of things that's very neat. I love them. I highly recommend them. I don't make a dime if you go see them. Matter of fact, I would never know if you ever use them, right? But it's an option, right? And I'm not saying that's better than any other one out there. I'm not at all. You got to do your own research, make your own decisions, right? Good. I know it was an hour and a half explanation for a 5-second question, but we haven't talked about that for a while. So, all right. What about our memberships? Well, you know by looking at the top of my screen, right, that you can get 10% off any membership. Well, how do we do that? Well, we go to our website at American Dream Trading, as you see right here. There's that handsome fella, Coach. You know, he's got a beard now, but you know, AI can make you look just like however you want to look, right? No, that's really him, though. There he is, right? You can come into our website. There's all kinds of stuff. You can go through here and read all about us, yada, 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 right? Or you can come right in here, click this big old join our membership button, and you'll see everything that we have to offer all on one page, right? All our different memberships, right? One of the first things you want to do is grab our free Discord, right? It's always been free, always will be free. You can get in there as a free member, and interact with other members of American Dream Trading, ask questions, discuss trading, those type of things. Again, we're not going to tell you what to buy and sell. We don't do that here. And there's some educational materials not available elsewhere on our site, yada, 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 right? Now, you are limited on what access you have inside the free one, right? It's the same Discord, but as you get your memberships, it unlocks every membership level. Premium member has its own channels within it. So if you have the Diamond membership, that's our all exclusive, right? That's every membership in one package. Then you get every channel, right? So you'll open up. There'll be like 100 channels versus, I don't know what you see with the free one, 5 or 6, I'm not sure. As you join, each one has their own specific channels that you can get in there, and there's different things for it. Now, once you get your membership, you do need the Discord, because that's where we post all our links. That's how we communicate with each other. We never contact you via WhatsApp or Telegram. We never offer to trade from you. Anybody does that's a scammer. We're not even allowed to DM each other within our Discord. The only way we do it is in the open and public channels within our Discord or through our live Zooms that we have daily. And to be able to get in our live Zooms, you have to have the Discord, because you have to have the Discord to get the live Zoom links that are posted on a daily basis, right? It's not one permanent link. Every day it changes. So you need to have that. So you got to get it anyway. So right now you can get 10% off. We know our Diamond membership right here. You can come down here. There's our futures. There's a crypto, right? Here's a one-on-ones. You can do all that. So here's a Diamond. All you have to do is click that, and it gives you different options for joining. Over here, there's 4 options. Click over here. You can pay by the month, by the quarter, 6 months, 7 for a yearly, or you can get it for a one-time purchase of $5,000. All right, all you do is click it, fill in the box, yada, yada, yada. Now, because you're watching the big show today, you see at the top of my screen, I'm going to go back to it now, right? So as I move this thing out, I keep moving things around, and then I got to remove them around. Hang on here. Things keep getting in my road. So I might use it. I'll just close that. So now if I go back here, you see at the top of my screen there, just because you're watching here, if you use my promo code Mark, you'll get 10% off. So what's that mean to you? That means you'll get instead of $5,000, you'll get the Diamond membership. It's a lifetime. You only pay once and you're done forever for $4,500. You get 10% off right off the top. Bang, bang. Free $500. That gets you every membership package we have, right? For lifetime. You never ever pay again. As we add new member services, those will be new membership services. Those will be added in there to that. Okay. So it's the best, most economical one to go to. You can buy a futures membership standalone for $2,500 a year, right? Well, in 2 years, you've already paid for a Diamond. Why wouldn't you go with the Diamond? You could join the VIP. It's $2,500 a year. Well, if you want the VIP and you want the futures, that's $5,000 right there. Might as well bought the Diamond. If I want the crypto, it's $1,500 a year. Well, the $1,500 a year for that, the $2,500 for the futures, the $2,500 for the VIP. You know, I might as well just bought a Diamond, right? You can see the value just for those, and that's not everything. Plus all the a la carte things that we have in our memberships that come with it. So by far, the Diamond is the best. Now, you can get any one you want. Whatever membership you do, you can go monthly, quarterly, semi-annually. But if you use the promo code MARK, M-A-R-K, you will get 10% off that payment. So head on over there to our website, click that big old button, and get an immediate 10% off. You must use promo code MARK at the checkout, right? Make sure you put that in there. Matter of fact, if you want, you don't even have to enter all the garbage. You can go right to the website. Here, let me show you. Maybe shows you, just so you know I ain't BSing you. Hang on here. We're gonna go do this live. All right, hang on. All right. You always think these people online is always there to BS you. All right, so I'm going to choose this. Obviously, our email and all that stuff, right? Typical checkout. What's it say? Total due today, $5,000. Guess what? Here's the promo code. What do I got to put in there? What's the promo code? MARK. Mark. See that in there? Now watch. Here's the 5,000. See that right here? Click apply. Watch that magically take 10% off. And that should say $4,500. At least it better. When I click that button, we're going to find out together. Here we go. Bang. 10% off. See that right there? 10% off that payment. Told you right there that's what it was. There it is. Fill out all the stuff that you need to fill out. Wham, bam. Put your email in there. Bang, bang. That's all there is to it. That's how hard it is. That's all the harder it is. It's that easy. It's so easy. Even Mikey can do it. Mikey hates everything. Right? That's all there is to that.
Wow.
That is simple. But that brings back some memories, huh? Mikey don't eat it. You don't like anything. That's all there is to that. That simple, that easy. Grab that membership before it goes away. It was already supposed to be gone away February 1st. However, by popular demand and people requesting it, Coach is letting it run a little longer. All right. Mainly because people are expecting some money coming into money, really, based on their taxes, I guess, and stuff. What happened to Coach? Who's this guy? Oh, Coach is live every day. Where you been? Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. daily. I'm live from 2 to 4, and Dawn's live from 4 to 5 or 6. You go over to the Dawn say and say, hey, who's this person? Where's Coach? No, everybody. Coach works from 9 to 11 live, among other times. Mark McSee, thanks for joining us. Coach is still here. Nothing happened to Coach. Anyway, glad to have you here. Thanks for the question, Flavors. Anyway, that's that. Head on over there. Get that right now before it disappears. Comments, questions.
Question, Mark.
Yes, sir. That's what you put at the end of a sentence in the form of a question. Is a question mark.
Yeah, Traderville.
Tradeovate.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah, can it link with Trading View?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's good. That's what I want.
That's what I do every day. Right now, I just have paper trade, but what you can do is you go down here. I'll show you here at the link. Right, it's hard to see. Well, oh wait a minute, I got to switch back here, don't I? I still share my website screen with you guys. Let me change this back to the more appropriate screen, which is this one, I guess. Let's see. There we go. Now y'all can see what they're seeing. So you go down here at the bottom. You can pull this up. Right here. So I'm going to go into bang right here. Go into here. And go. Oops. Right here, bring that back up. So here's all your different options. Here's a lot of the brokers. There's Tradeovate, right? All I gotta do is click that, and I'll be trading through that. If I want to trade through my Webull account, I click there, right? And it'll log me in right in through my Webull through TradingView, and it will trade and deduct and add to my account through TradingView through TradingView into Webull. If I want to use Tradeovate as my broker, which I do both. And then I would link it to that, right? Once you got to go through the initial process of putting your credentials in, but then from on, you could switch back and do this during the day. I'll trade out a Webull maybe for the day, or I might trade out a Tradeovate, or I may trade out of both of them, whatever, right? Or in this case, paper trade. So all you do is click on that, enter in your things. It's that simple, that easy. Then when you're into the one right here, see, this is example. Doing it with the paper so it's not exposed, and then it shows you paper trade, trading view, paper trade, right?
Okay.
That's simple, that easy. A couple clicks. Once you put your credentials in the first time, then it's just literally a click or two, right? First time you got to put in your username and your password and authorize and all that kind of stuff, but it's real easy. And once you do that, you don't have to go through all that rigmarole again. Okay?
Hey, Mark, where's that button on the bottom? Because I need to do that myself.
Yeah, it's well,
Hook
if
up
it's not
the,
there, you can go up here at the top where it says trade. You can click that, or you can click these down here at the bottom right, says maximize panel minimize. You can click that, and that'll pop it up there also. And you can use this to minimize it back down like that.
Hey, Daniel, hot
Or
mic,
you
D.
can grab this here and pull it up. Okay. So that's, you can do it all kinds
what do
of
you mean hot
different ways.
mic? I'm talking to him. What do you mean hot mic?
Yeah.
You're talking.
He's talking. So you can either go down here
I got
physically
it.
grab and pull it up.
Sorry.
Right? Grab it or pull it up, or you can go up here and click this and it'll expose it. That one, you know, whatever. So there's different ways of doing it, or you go down here and click that minimize button. That's all you got to do. Very simple about it. Very easy. It's so easy. You know what can do it? What? Come on, what's the answer? It's so easy.
Monkey.
No, wrong.
Oh,
It's so easy.
that's the term we use.
Can do it.
A 4-year-old
Caveman.
can do
The
it.
caveman. There you go. Come on. The old Geico
Close,
commercial.
whatever,
Come
you know,
on.
evolution, whatever.
It's so easy. Christina can do it. It's so easy. Mark can
That's
do it.
right.
Well, I can do it. Anybody can do it because I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack. That much I can assure you. All right. Go. All right.
But Mark,
Flavors, you got any more
what do you,
question about who the host is or who any of that? You got any more questions? Be more than happy to answer them to you. That's the only put a seed from you since you come in the room. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Let me know. We can help you out. All right. No? No questions? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Flavors? Flavors Galleria? Who's this guy? Hello? I'm talking to you. This guy's the one that's talking to you right now. Comments, questions, or Flavors? What can I help you with? Hello?
Please hold for customer service.
Yes, please hold for the next available representative, which will probably be in under 30 seconds. You will be waited on. Why? Because that's just the kind of people we are here at American Dream Trading, right? In case you're wondering, I've been doing this for a year, so apparently you just showed up, right? All right, thank you. By the way, how did I end up doing this show anyway? Come on, what happened? I wasn't looking. I think I got snookered. That's all right, I snookered Doug too. He didn't see it coming either. Thank you, Doug, by the way, for still doing the show the last few days. Many hands make a heavy load light, right?
Come on.
Nice to know that we have a team here that we can count on each other. Right?
but Mark, the platform you're on right now is what? It's not the same one I have. I'm in Tradeovate, so it's not the same thing.
This is Trading View.
So I have to get a Trading View account first?
If you want to use Trading View, no, you don't have to.
No, I want to do it, so I have coaches.
Yes, this is a standalone
stuff.
program. Has nothing to do with American Dream Trading, right? TradingView.com. However, if you go through our Discord, there is a affiliate link there. You can save a little bit of money off of it if you're going to go buy it for the first time. You need the base plan to get started. It's probably $15, $17 a month plus then the data plan and all that jazz. But you go in our Discord, there's some free educational links, affiliate links. That'll save you a few bucks off the top. Now, TradingView itself runs big sales throughout the year, and you can always upgrade at that time later on. Right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You can go to tradingview.com. Not affiliated with American Dream Trading, even though it's highly recommended by everybody that uses it, such as myself. Right? All right. All right. Any other questions? Flavor Galleria. Got any questions? Waiting on an answer to you. I answered your question. What's your questions? Are you even here? Probably not even here, right? You just come in to make a statement and take off, right? Is that what it is? I see. All right, no problem. I see. All right.
Who are you talking to? Not me, right?
No, somebody
Okay.
on the
I'm like, that's what
YouTube.
I
Somebody
did.
on the YouTubes.
Okay.
It'll
All
be
right,
all
cool.
right. It'll be all right. Don't get excited.
Well, I was just wondering because I'm like, that's what I did. I just came in, said something, and took off.
Oh, well,
So,
that's how
I'm
things
sure
go
you.
sometimes, right?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I
Get
know.
busy. Yeah, you know.
That's a double bottom, somebody said. Looking at my chart, yes, you are correct. Could it possibly be a triple bottom? Could it be a quadruple bottom? Could it be a quadraphonic stereo system? Could it be a quintuple bottom? Could it be a
Supersonic.
bottom? Could it be an octical bottom? Yes, all those and more. But we'll go with the triple bottom just because that's easier to say, right? And it's at the bottom of our channel here, right? So what you're saying is, what do you think statistically is going to happen here?
A llama head's going to pop up next.
Mark, one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Which one of the password username must I put in? The one for TradingView, the one for Discord, or make a new one for?
What do we tell everybody every day? What does Bruno pull every hair out of his head? Why is Bruno bald today? Because
I
people use
know
15
I've one
different email
password.
addresses, right?
I've one email, one
There
password
you
for it, but
go. Correct answer. You know
I
why?
don't get
It's
to
not
do it
that you
as yet.
can't use 15 different emails. The problem is when you have an issue, nobody remember what email they used. So if you just use one for all those, say, financial things, it makes it a lot easier when somebody says, well, you need to log into your account. What email did you use? And you say, well, since I only have one, it's this one. See how much easier that is? And that way,
So that's
Bruno doesn't end up with more bruises because on his forehead because he's always banging his forehead against the desk every day, right? People asking him the same question all the time. So we're here to help, but make it easier on us by using a system that's easy to remember. And write it down somewhere, for God's sake. Save it somewhere, however you do it. Most secure that you can. So what should I do here? Should I go long to the upside because this is off of a double bottom? Why not? Yeah, let's go all in. Let's just go ahead and go all in to the upside. Why? Is that a smart play? Can I make money doing that? Well, statistically, this is what happens. Does this mean this is going to reverse? Not at all. Can I make money on the bounce? Well, I could have, but I didn't really pay attention to the candle. That's why you just don't jump in willy-nilly. I wanted to see one start on the shoulder of the previous. It didn't. Can I accidentally make money on this? And if I do, it's fortunate because the 9's right there, right? It did not start on the shoulder. This isn't a downtrend, right? The trend is your friend. I always want to wait and see what it's going to do, right? And I did not wait for this. Yes, did this bounce? Well, yeah, but that right there was my entry. I'm already I missed it, right? So I just jumped in here. I want to see a break and hold. Again, by compromising your entry criteria, you are compromising your count. So now I got hopium that this is going to come up and go green on me, right? Is it? Well, I don't know. It could. I could get hopium and get lucky, right? Would you rather have skill or would you rather trade with luck? Well, I got news for you. I'd rather use skill. Well, don't do dumb things like that. Right? Now, statistically, we expect a bounce. Well, this was already on the second or third candle before I jumped in there, right? I don't know if you saw that or not. The bounce is on the first candle. The first bounce, the first pullback is always the biggest one, right? Everything else is a battle. Did it do it over here? Battled its way up? Sure. Does that mean it's going to happen this time? It could. Did it battle up off of here? Yep. Could have, right? Did it battle off of here? Well, this one just blew right through, right? In that case. Can I sit here long enough and have hopium it goes up? Yeah, I can. What if it goes the other way? What if it decides to break down to the lower side? Look at that. Look at how much money I could be out. Where's my... I don't even have... See, this is what aggravates me. This new system they got here. Oh, no. I thought I didn't have a stop. I'm like, ooh, I ain't got a stop. Up here. Too big of a stop. So anyway, stick to your entry criteria. Mm. Dun, dun, dun. Ain't looking too good, is it? Huh? Ain't looking too good. Well, I better take the green if I see it, huh? Well, let's see if I got hope. Do I got hope? Anybody got hopium? Is hopium a strategy? Huh? 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 Anything? Anybody? Anybody? Nope.
No, I've tried it.
Nope. I try it too. It doesn't usually work in your favor. Right? I might get lucky here. Whoa, look at that. Should I take the green? I should if I was smart, right? Because I made a mistake entering. Now, see if I hesitate. Now, look, see, whenever you make a mistake, I said this earlier, you know in the pit of your stomach when you made a mistake of entry, right? Like, dang it, why did I do that? Well, if you make a dumb mistake, and that's what they are, they're dumb mistakes, right? You knew better, right? You compromised and jumped the gun. So if you make a mistake and it suddenly turns green on you, let's say hopefully it wasn't that big of a mistake, but it was a mistake that you wouldn't have done it had you had time to think about it more. Get out of that trade the second you see green, or get out of it right away so you don't lose more money. Smarter thing is to get out of it right away, right? Well, that one was close enough of an entry. I had a little bit of room there, right? So I held on for a little bit. So anytime you make a mistake, and you don't need me to tell you you made a mistake, okay? You know in the pit of your stomach, why did I do that, right? Well, you got in it a dumb way. Well, get out of it the smart way right away, right? Don't even wait. Because now you have your money tied up. You're going to lose more of your money and you can't trade what you already lost, right? So you have to decide instantly, do I want to wait a second or do I want to rip the Band-Aid off, right? Best thing usually, and I'll see if I'd have held on to that. Now look, it's breaking down to the downside, right? Boy, I'd really be in the deep doo-doo if I'd have held on to that, right? So in this case, it paid off. That's what you have to do, right? I did not get a break and hold to the upside. I got a bounce, but I didn't. The bounce candle was the first one. Here it came down. This was my bounce candle right here. This was my one trade right here. Then it consolidated, and I had a chance to wait to see what it wanted to do. And so I had a couple candles there, 2 minutes to decide what I wanted to do. But I didn't enter until I think it was this candle, wasn't it? The fourth candle? I jumped in here, right? And then immediately I was fretting. Oh my God, I'm going to lose all my money, right? Now I end up getting out green, but that's beside the point. I am developing a bad habit of jumping in, compromising. Don't do that. And look how much more money I would have lost now. That trade, I would be down right here. So from there to there is, let's call it 20 ticks, right? 20 times 1250 a tick times how many contracts was I in there for? 30, wasn't it?
400.
Was it 30? So, that's $7,500 I would have lost on that trade.
Yeah.
Just if that was a normal trade. And that is a normal trade I would do. As far as contract size, you know what I mean? So by doing something dumb, it can have like a real life changing consequence. That's why you got to do it. Nana's in the house. No way. Nana's into TikToks. Hi, Nana. Daniel, got your hand up.
Yes, sir. Just tell me where I can't seem to find in the where that Creative 8 not Creative 8, the Trading View is in the
In the Discord?
on Discord. That's the word. Yeah,
It'd be
Discord.
under some sort of a new member start here thing, I believe. Affiliate program, maybe? Thanks. I haven't looked at it for so long myself, I couldn't tell you. Nope, that's straight up. Rewards, maybe? In that section there, currently paused. Coaches affiliates, there we go. That makes more sense. There is one to join Bitcoin, BTCC. There's a crypto storage things. There's a VPN. Off of Nord. There's SoFi checking, crypto, Starlink, Apex, Rivian, off of a Tesla, Trader View, Trading View. Yep, right there it is. It's under new members start here. Under that tab, under coaches affiliates, you will see
Is that how you spell trade?
24. Huh?
Is that how you spell trade of view? Is that the way they spell it?
Trading view.
Trade. It
Well, we
says
got Trading View
trader.
and Trade of 8.
Yeah, trade of 8.
No, I'm
It's
saying
different.
it says, but you don't see it on there on the Discord. It's trader, TRADERVUE. Is that the
That's
same
different.
one?
That's trader view. That's something totally different.
All right, so that's
a
not it
journaling
then.
thing. Scroll up to the one above it. That's trading view. So,
Where do I
there you
hit
go.
that in?
They're all right
in
in there. You
the,
can scroll through and see all the free things, free affiliates, and all that stuff. You want $1,000 or whatever that is off a brand new Tesla? Hey, there's one there. You want to get Starlink like I got? Well, right there it is, a referral link. Whatever. Da 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 da. So, all totally free just by joining our Discord. Bang bang.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. All right, questions, comments. Oh, come on, Jerry. Fell asleep at the keyboard. Come on, Jerry. We've been up the same length of time. I'm still going. Come on. I've been up since 12:30-ish.
Yeah, after that nap.
And I did take a nap. Yes. Took about a 2-hour nap. But Nana's in the house. She said, hey, guys and gals. She didn't say gals, but I know that's what she means. She's over there in the
Hey,
two
Nana.
socks. Everybody say, hey, Nana.
Hey, Nana.
All right. Anyway, you know what I learned from Nana? I learned how to say levels in French. Why? Because she's French. She's bona fide. She's got pedigree. You know how you say levels in French? Levels. That's how you say it. Levels. And that's how when I talk about levels, that's how I say it because I love the way it sounds. Levels. Right. Does it make you sound intelligent? Hello? The answer is yes. Yes.
I mean, I thought you were bilingual there for a second.
Yeah, I know. Wow. Hear that, Nana? They think I'm part French. I can speak Spanish.
You help me out on this thing, honey.
Can I help you? What? I don't know. Just click on it. Whatever it says. I haven't looked at it. Click on it, see what it says.
He called you honey.
Honey? Who called me honey? Honey?
See you, honey.
Hey, honey. Oh, is that because I'm so sweet? Well, that's a Black Friday one, so that one's no longer valid. There you go. We'll have to tell Bruno on that. That was a Black Friday one. That's no longer valid. Black Friday's in the fall. That one's not any good anymore. All right, never mind. But you can go there and see if they got any things going on in their plans. Look at their pricing plans. They run you about $12-15 a month. All you need is a base plan to get started. You can decide after that if you want more than that. For Trading View. And they will have sales later on in the year for the more advanced plans. Yeah, that one's expired there, Dan. So I can see that now. He had one in there for Trading View, but it probably got overrode whenever it was Black Friday sale was in there. I don't see another one in there. That may expire too. There's sometimes these things have a time limit. All right. I'll send somebody a message about that though. All right. Trading View. All right. All right, so I sent a message. Let's see if we can get that fixed. All right. Fell asleep at the keyboard. Force shutdown. Short circuit. What's up, Walking Tall? Good to see. By the way, that was the first R-rated movie I ever saw as a kid. And I'm talking about the original Walking Tall, not this remake, this watered down remake with The Rock. Come on. Right? Buford Puss. Right? Not the one with Dwayne Johnson. And I'm talking about the one from what, 72, 73, somewhere in that neighborhood, whatever year it was, right? Joe Don Baker in it. That's the real man there. Yeah. You ever see that one? That's the original. Not just watered down The Rock. Come on. Let's go. This is a typical wah 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 70s movie. Come on. Let me see. 1973. That's when it came out. That's the first R-rated movie I got to go see because somebody was old enough took me to go see it. Original. Yeah, the original was the best. Andrew Baker. There you go. Anywho. All right. Dan, Bruno's going to see if he can get an updated affiliate link if you want to hold off a little bit. It's up to you. I don't know how much of a discount it's going to be now anyway, but that one was substantial there, that one. Anyway, he's going to work on it. He says he'll see if he can update one.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
No guarantees.
Okay, appreciate it.
Hey, we aim to please as much as possible. All right. So, what else we got going on? I'm about ready to wrap this bag up here for the day. Yeah, I went to bed last night about, I don't know,
7:30
ish, and I was back up out of bed by 12:15. I rolled over, woke up. I'm like, I had stuff that I had to get done. I can't stand it. If I got stuff that needs to be done and I can go get it done, I want to go get it done. If I don't, I go to bed. My brain's got that there. It just drives me insane. I told the wife that this morning. I'm like, I should have went down there and did on the computer. It was just a computer thing. I should have went down there and spent that half hour, and then I could have slept. No, I didn't. And then it just switch flipped on. That was it. That's all she wrote. I was down here till whenever. Took like an hour and a half nap after that, or an hour nap, whatever it was. All right. All right. Comments, questions. How many's grabbed our any of those memberships today? All right. How many got the free Discord today? Let me go look. I'm going to look. Don't think I won't. Let me see. My purchases. Well, we got a renewal. Got a renewal there, but that's got nothing to do with you guys. And there's a renewal there. Nobody even grabbed a free Discord today. Come on. Well, there has been lots of people grabbed a free Discord, but not because of this show, right? Makes me wonder why I do this. You won't even take free stuff, let alone a 10% off your membership right off the bat. Who's going to do that? You're still going to need the free Discord because that's where we post all our Zoom links. And you guys won't even take advantage of that. Come on. Who doesn't like free? I never met so many people who didn't like free. Huh? Who doesn't like free? Anyhow. Right? By the way, Daniel, I did tell Mr. Bree there that you were the one that was looking for that. So you knew. All right? So we'll see what happens. No guarantees that we'll be able to redo that, but we'll see. Maybe I have to go through the channels again and get it refreshed with Trading View Corporation themselves again. All right. So everybody, there's homework to do. You need to get your journal. You can get that right now. Electronic journal that we've made specifically for traders. You can also get that over on our Discord and website. Electronic journal. That way you can have it with you wherever you go. You can access it from any of your electronic devices. It really makes it nice that way. So grab all those and more over on our website, American Dream Trading. Well, I'm glad you all could be here today. We are live here 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I'm live with the Futures Education and Training broadcast from 2 to 4 p.m. daily. And we have the aftermarket show, which starts at the top of the hour, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, which is hosted by our lovely moderator, Dawn. And you can actually join her panel live with a camera, right? So you can actually get in there and join it live. Also, what else? Upon conclusion of any and all of our broadcasts, our free lives, they are automatically posted over on our YouTube channel, which is aptly named American Dream Trading, right? And you can watch them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also over on our free YouTube channel, American Dream Trading, there's over 3,200 training videos that you can watch at any time of the day or night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere in the known galaxy, anywhere in the known universe. It's that big. Anywhere in the universe that you can get internet connection, you can watch them. Now, if you download them all before you leave for your trip into the outer parts of the universe, well then, I guess you can watch them as long as you have them downloaded, even if you do lose internet. So plan ahead. If you plan on leaving the galaxy for another part of the universe, I would suggest downloading it. But anyway, all that's available for free. I'm glad you all could be here today. Make sure anybody you come in contact with in the public, in your family, in your friends, your enemies, whoever, that you try to leave lasting positive memories, right? Make sure you are lifting people up, not tearing them down. If you want somebody you want to lift up, go to a retail store when you check out. Try to make them laugh, act goofy, act nuts, act one to give you a look at you out of the side of their eye wondering, what's wrong with this guy? Is he nuts or what? His elevator don't go all the way to the top. He's a bulb short of a full pack. He's missing a few French fries and a lot of a large fry. Right? Try to have fun. Make people laugh. Make people smile. It's so much easier to be grouchy. How do I know? Because that's how I live. I'm a grouch. I'm a boomer. Boomers are grouches. You know that, right? Anyway, try to have a great day. Encourage other people. Live lasting memories. Life's too short to be grouchy. So I thank you all for being here. I'm going to go out today with a song that's written by one of our own members, Ken Mayfield, and our lovely host, Dawn, who's very good with video editing. She actually took his written song and put it into a video. So a combination of the two. Look at this. Just watch this thing. It's just amazing piece of work. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you same time, same bat channel. Goodbye.
Hey, Mr. Mark, real quick.
I was stuck in the cycle, just spinning my wheels, chasing time, losing sleep, forgetting how to feel. Dreams collecting dust on a shelf